It's me and Pop, man. We over here on this couch, man. We over here on YouTube. Y'all come check us out, man. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right into this business. The babies in Atlanta can't read. We're going to talk about it.
Shit, I'm fighting for my life right now. Wow.
With all the black wealth that exists here in Atlanta, with all the black millionaires that live here in Atlanta, why in the world do 92% of APS students are illiterate? Make it make sense. And we have Democratic mayors, we have Democratic city council members, we have Democratic commissioners, and for whatever reason, 92% of the kids here cannot read. But what we can acknowledge is the numbers. And so while you want to call me not smart, please tell me what your side has done to fix the illiteracy rate that we see in our black children. Absolutely nothing. And in fact, not only have they not done anything to address the illiteracy issue, but then they're further confusing your kids by telling them that men can give birth, by telling them that there's 53 genders, and that by telling them that your love for your best friend must mean that you are gay, you are pansexual, asexual. Kids under the age of anything high school should not be thinking anything sexual, period. Sexual should not even be in their vocabulary. So for you to say that I'm not smart because I'm willing to call out all of the degeneracy that exists within our current education system only points to your lack of intelligence and your lack of initiative to actually do something in regards to saving our children and saving our schools. It's okay for you guys to get on here and call me Uncle Tom, to call me not smart, to call me dumb, to say I haven't done my research, to say I haven't lived a life like you. But then if I smirk, if I laugh, now all of a sudden you're offended. To say that I'm a crab in a barrel and I'm pulling people down, actually, how could I be pulling people down if I was in the bottom of the barrel with the rest of you crabs and I decided to crawl out? And now here I am calling out discrepancies that I've seen in the Democratic Party and asking you, why is the hood still the hood? The hood was the hood when you were a child. The hood is still the hood now that I have a child. That's 3 generations in which the Democrats have done nothing to help you. So it sounds more like you're the crab at the bottom of the barrel trying to keep everybody down there, and I'm the crab that crawled out and I'm saying, hey, let's get back to the beach. Even the Martin Luther King enthusiasts would act like our leaders were not preaching these things to us 60, 70 years ago. Unfortunately, all of our leaders have been assassinated. Anybody who was going to get us to go against the grain, go against the status quo, to question our current economy, to question our current living situations, to question the conditions in which black people live. Anybody who put up a fight against that was assassinated. So to say that we have a black leader, unfortunately, we don't. We do have black voices that are trying to shine a light on all the things wrong in the black community, but as you guys have seen, those black people are attacked. It's very, very interesting because y'all would never talk about Malcolm X or Martin Luther King that way, but for whatever reason, we're going to forget their teaching.
Wow. She said a whole lot then, Pop.
Hey man,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this and shoot it to you.
you know what? The first time I listened to all this, man.
Why do you think that she just said you ignore? You wouldn't have never said the things that you say now. You wouldn't have said them to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Why do you think she said that? Because she got a great point. Because anybody like her today, you're gonna get talked crazy to. But when Malcolm X and Martin Luther and Medgar Evers and any other civil rights leader who've been killed was saying the same thing, they didn't get the same backlash. Why do you think we are very indifferent to that opinion today?
Well, I think because I personally believe there was a certain level of fear that they actually had for those people. Regardless of what anybody want to say, you call it what you want to call it. Because and the reason why is because those people were able to make something happen.
But what I'm saying is, why ain't black folks questioning them like you question the people of today? So like if me and you say what we say about the black community, which we gonna say on this episode, we gonna get attacked for some of our thoughts and views.
Yeah, we do.
But Malcolm X and Martin Luther was saying that 60 years ago.
That's right.
Like she just said, they wasn't attacked. So what I'm asking you specifically is, why do you think we are so different today from where we are then? Because you was alive in part of the 60s and the 70s, right? I wasn't. Right? So why do you think we were so okay with their message? Because they was telling us all the things that we need to do right as far as a community back then. There was no backlash for them, right? But if you are a black person today and you want to call it out, the only thing you get now is every excuse in the book on what everybody else did before and this and that and this and that. I feel like Martin and Malcolm lived through worse times and they didn't make them same excuses.
No. Because, okay, from that aspect, real simple. Those people were true leaders. Those people were willing to actually die, okay, in order for things to be better for all these people. That's the difference. So they didn't have a problem if they was going. They would look. No. We'll put our life on the line for justice, and let's just be real. They did. They were true leaders. See, the only thing we have a lot of time now is a bunch of people that's actually just bumping their gums.
Facts.
But we don't
Facts.
have a lot of people now that's willing to die for what we're talking about. Because sometimes it's unfortunate. But sometimes, in order for things to change, somebody got to die. It's unfortunate, but
I love what you had to say, but I'm gonna shoot back to something else. I'm gonna pick up several points that she talked about, and I'm gonna go back to another one, which is about the babies can't read. And you know me, that's one of my things. That's one of the things that bother me is that the kids can't read. The kids are not able to produce the way they should have produced, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna always blame it on not being in two-parent households. If you want to talk about the decline of our community, it started when we was no longer in two-parent households. If you go back up until where it felt like me and you done talked about 1,000 times. If you go back to then, it was two-parent households. And we know for a fact, statistically, the kids were doing better. And we know for a fact over the last 50 years, the kids are doing worse. So I don't want to hear no woman, especially no black woman, get to telling me you think you can raise these kids. No, the hell you can't. Our kids is dumb and can't read under your watch. Bottom line, the end.
so
And that's all women. Watch.
absolutely correct. So from that standpoint that you just went there, let's look at it. So what did you have to do when you came home? What's the first thing you had to do?
My homework.
Say that again.
My homework every day.
Say that one more time for the
My
people in the
homework.
back.
My homework. Can't play ball, can't do nothing.
Notice
There's
what
no
they said?
sports, there's no none without my
No
grades.
sports, no video game,
Nothing.
no going outside.
No playing with my friends.
Nothing.
Nothing.
The very first thing was you come up in there, you gonna get out them clothes the way I was raised. You come, cause we had school clothes back then. Let's be real, y'all.
Same thing.
So you gonna come up in there, you gonna get changed up.
Take them school clothes off.
You might be able to get you a little snack or something,
But
but
you
you
homework.
gotta go hit them books before you do anything.
Anything else.
See, first of all, there we go right there. That's the issue.
But
Because they can come into they can come in the house now. They can come in the house now. That's why they can't read. Okay, because also
ain't no law and order. Not to interrupt you,
Yes, I
but
get
like
what you're saying.
right. So we talk about
Come
how
on.
27% of American kids grow up in single mother households.
Yes.
You want to know why they can't read? Because ain't nobody there to enforce nothing. And if she a single
That's
mother,
what I
9
was gonna
times out of 10, she probably working 2 jobs.
I get ready to say that's it. That's it. No, you
She
said it.
ain't even herself there to enforce no rules.
That's right.
This is why it was
That's right.
designed
That's right.
for man and woman to be together
That's
in
correct.
2-parent households for these
Correct.
children.
Correct.
That's why 2 parents is better than no parents. And it's better than 1 parent, unless it's a father. Men and women lie. Numbers don't.
It's unacceptable in my book for 92%
Come on now.
of these kids not being able to read.
You know how high
that-
92%
That's
is,
totally
man?
unacceptable. Okay, so when I was going to school, okay, I'm talking about me for a second.
Hell, 92% of y'all can read.
I would give it. Come on now, that was only a very few of us. But I'm gonna show you here's the difference though. That was only a very few of us that might have had some of those issues with learning and reading, right? So then guess what would happen? So then somebody else, some of us, was gonna help you so you can be able to read. We weren't gonna let you be hanging out there and you can't read. No, we weren't gonna do that. You ain't hanging around me and you can't read. What I'm gonna do is, if I gotta come over to your house and work with you, or some of us get together and we work together, that's what we was gonna do. But you know what? But you know what it was though? That's how we was raised though.
You know, another thing that's different and what's sad, since you just said that, and by my generation, we making fun of you because you can't read. See, by my era, in our community, we ain't trying to help you read. Now we gonna make fun of you because you can't read.
We didn't do that.
I'm just telling you, Pop, it's part of the reason why I stayed so much on my grades like that. Because I wasn't gonna allow them ninjas to be in there making fun of me.
That's right. That's right.
That was part of the reason. So what's cold is that you was born at this time, and when y'all came up, it was we gonna help each other.
That's right.
By my era, it is we gonna make fun of each other.
you.
You can't read? Brother, we about to clown you till we can't clown you no more. Sister, we about to clown you till we can't clown you no more. I hated it growing up. Because I didn't have them same thoughts. I always tell people, I've always been a help my people first kind of guy. I ain't never been a not be down on the same team of the people that look like me. So like you said, I would rather help the brother learn how to read, the sister learn how to read. No, I'm telling you now, by my era, get in here and get to not reading. Get in here and get to stuttering and acting like you don't know what the words is. They gonna be sniggling and giggling in the back of their classroom.
And see, we like to say we helped each other, and we wanted to make sure that everybody was actually capable. We wasn't sitting around there trying to act like and make fun of you and that kind of thing. Also, but here's the reality. Once more and again, majority of all of us, majority of all of my friends when I grew up,
y'all grew up in two-parent household.
And I'm gonna say this because you said this before some more episodes. I'm gonna say this. Also, if daddy was gone, mama was going somewhere. Mama gonna find you a stepdaddy.
I told you that.
Okay.
And even in the 80s when I was first born, they really found you a stepdaddy.
They're gonna find you a stepdaddy.
There was no I'm gonna no and I'm gonna be no strong. No. If me and your daddy can't stay together, I'm gonna go find you a suitable stepfather.
That's right. That's right.
Shout out, R.I.P. to my stepfather, because that ninja was amazing.
Exactly.
That's what they did back in the day.
back then.
There was no we gonna be this 27%. I grew up where everybody had a daddy too, even if that wasn't your real daddy. You had a stepdaddy.
You had one. And as we talked about,
we had daddies.
That made a difference. So also,
all the difference in the world.
That means you held accountable. That means, hold on, let's just be real. Here's where the rubber meets the road. You know what that means? You ain't gonna be up in my house and you can't read.
I'm with you when you're right.
See, you ain't gonna be up in my house and you can't read.
I'm with you
so when you got them daddies and everything around, so now guess what? So you talking about establishing the law and order, as we talked about? Well, guess what?
And that's what men do.
Exactly. So when you're in that household, you gotta come home and I get this work, right? Hold on. But not only that, you ain't gonna just be talking about that you did no work. I gotta check your work. You ain't just up in here talking about you do no work. I wanna check your work. If you tell me that you already done it, let me see it.
And I'm gonna go through it. And we did grow up like that. You're right. It was a whole lot of checking your work. I definitely grew up where they checking that work. Mama, pops, uncle, that's nothing too, man. But even when I came up, like as far as the family go, everybody was on top of that though. Like your cousin was on you about your grades.
That's
your
right.
Uncle was on you. Like I remember when I first started wanting to get in them streets and I wanted to start skipping school. Man, Bubba used to get on me. K-Mon used to get on me.
No, you didn't do that.
Lil Red used to get on me. Taiwan.
That's right.
Sederi.
That's right.
Mark Leonard.
That's right.
Tatum.
We ain't doing that.
They get on me.
That's right.
Hey, you better go to school. Don't be out here trying to hang with us. You better go to school. It got to a point where one time K-Mon told me, him and Bubba, you ain't going to school, you can't hang with me. Where you want to hang, you better go to school. Don't let me see you nowhere around us and you ain't been to school today. So if you call yourself not going, you faking sick, or you skipping school, don't even come try to kick.
You can't
so
hang
Derek
out.
told me the same thing.
You can't hang out.
So Derek told me one day, if you ain't finna go to school, don't call me to come get you from school. Don't call me to come get you from nowhere.
That's right.
Told me straight up, you don't want to go to school, what? Don't call me.
That's right. That's what it was.
You can. I always tell people, I didn't have OGs on the block that told me to kick it with them.
No. You gotta go to school.
Everybody on the block that knew I was smart and played baseball used to tell me, "Well, you need to go to school.
You gotta go to school.
You ain't got no business out here trying to do nothing that we doing. Take your black ass to school, with
right.
Bottom line, sir.
Gotta go to school.
And the moment I thought I didn't want to listen, boy, them ninjas cut me off. K-Mon, Bubba, and Sedary, don't call me for a ride. Mark Leonard, don't call me wet. Lil Red, don't call me wet. I don't want to kick it with you, skate with you, nothing. Like T.I. said in ATL, if you ain't finna go to class, you can't do nothing with me. Debo, I thought they were bullshit.
What'd they go back to?
No, they cut me off. I said, I better go to school.
They went back to people that actually cared about, that actually literally
Come on,
cared about
they
you.
cared about you.
That's what we go back to. Because see, here's the reality. So guess what? So
And shout out to all my fellas.
that's right. Guess what? If I really care about you, guess what's not gonna happen? We're not gonna have 92% of the folk that can't read.
Come on now. And every last one of y'all is part of the reason I'm doing electrical engineering right now. Because if y'all hadn't stayed on wet and was talking about you wasn't going to let me be on that block, I'd have been on that block. And I appreciate every last one of y'all for that. And shout out to my mother, too, for locking me up for the first time when I was 17. Them 2 months saved my life because you showed me what it was. Out of sight, out of mind. I just want to say these people is the reason I'm not dumb. These people is the reason I'm not slow. These people is the reason I'm not illiterate. Because from Fannie Mae to Miss Doretha, to my pops over here, y'all already see, to my big brother, to everybody else I just named. These people is the reason I'm not a dummy. And I would have been a dummy without everybody that I just named. I want to thank y'all, and I'm very appreciative that you took your time with me. Because if y'all hadn't went out y'all way to show me no love, I'd be part of this 92% that can't read.
That can't read. That's unacceptable.
I'm going to leave it where he said it. That's unacceptable. It's me and Pop. We over here on this couch. We over here on YouTube. Y'all come check us out. I'm going to take that.